Hi.
Hi, everybody.
That was unexpected right at go time. So welcome to Rooted in Foods. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Chili.
Still the Davises.
Still the Davises.
We're quickly approaching the 20-year mark of the legally the Davises.
I've been one for a lot longer than that.
You have been one for a lot longer than I've been one. You know,
pretty much my whole life.
So last week we took a bit of a poll and asked what we should do this week, breakfast or dinner. And we got a resounding breakfast for dinner.
My favorite meal.
Because we're in Vermont this week, virtually in Vermont this week.
Yeah.
And
what are they known for?
Vermont is known for syrup and
maple syrup.
Specifically, and that is a Vermont brand of maple syrup.
Yep.
And cheese.
Yep.
And Cabot is also a Vermont brand.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, of cheese. This is my favorite Cabot cheese, by the way, and it's the mac and cheese, but we're going to use it tonight in a different way.
That's right.
And I have bacon going that I don't want to.
We don't want to burn the bacon.
Yeah. So while I'm not burning.
Yes, Brenner, Jennifer, you're correct.
Tell us what we're drinking.
So we are drinking the Old Vermont. Is what we're doing. So let me get some ice in the mixing glass, in the shaker.
Keep our bacon nice and warm over here.
So this is an odd recipe. It calls for, odd measurements. So when you get like an odd measurements, like this one's calling for 1 ounce and 2/3 of gin. So, hello, Deb.
Hi, Deb.
Whenever I get those kind of measurements, because my measuring cups don't come in 2/3 ounces.
Right.
My measuring cups come in 1/4 ounce, 1/2 ounce, ounce and a half, 2 ounces. And then some, you can get, this one has a 3/4 ounce, but no 2/3 ounces. So what you do is you just multiply it out. So we're going to multiply this by 3. We're going to make 3 drinks, three cocktails. So we need 5 ounces.
In other words, the human calculator does math.
That's right. So 5 ounces of gin. And we are using Old Glory, which is a Tennessee distillery. Their pinup gin.
Oh, I might need to tell the gin story. I'm draining bacon grease at the moment out of the air fryer. So
we have 5 ounces of Old Glory's pinup gin, which is a purchase from this past weekend.
Which we'll also talk about.
We can talk about that too.
Yeah.
And then
y'all know I don't waste bacon grease. So.
OJ. We got 2/3 of an ounce of OJ for 1, so we're making 3. So we get 2 ounces of OJ.
Whew, okay, that's done.
Freshly squeezed OJ, by the way.
Everything is freshly squeezed.
That's right. That's exactly it. You don't have to have fingers. You just find the bottom number. So we have 1/2 ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice. So multiply that by 3, and we're going to get 1.5 ounces. And I always multiply by 2 because there's 2 of us drinking, typically. And, when she's not drinking as fast as I am, I can go through 2 in the same time frame that she goes through 1.
All the math is making my brain hurt, by the way.
Another 1/2 ounce, we got maple syrup, so 1.5 ounces of maple syrup.
I'm just going to stand back here out of the way.
That's fine. Just think about it this way. We're making 3 cocktails.
Hey, I'm good with it. I'm impressed that I found a gin that I actually like. Is my mother watching yet?
Yep, she is.
Gin is not my favorite. It tastes too much like perfume to me.
Yeah. Too junipery.
Too much of all of it combined. I like juniper berries, but not with everything else that comes
So then
from
we want
the
to
gin.
shake this up.
Shake your moneymaker.
And the other reason we're making 3 of these is because we want to fill up our coupes.
Yeah, so, there's no chintzy drink servings here.
That's right.
So if we were going to garnish this and we're, laid back and relaxed and don't usually garnish because
What would you garnish it with?
Yeah.
An orange zest twist.
We don't even have that.
So we don't have that, no. Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh, hello. Full glass. That is good.
Very good.
It is interesting, an interesting flavor.
Like the gin is pulling through still.
It does, yes.
And it's sweetened up by that maple syrup of the OJ. It's really good.
The maple comes through too. So do you want to tell them about the weekend?
Well, we went to Nashville, Tennessee, and saw Bert Kreischer live.
Awesome. 2 years in the making.
2 years in the making.
Thank you, pandemic.
April of 2020 is when we were supposed to go. And then it got canceled because of the pandemic. Then it got rescheduled.
4 more times.
Yeah, this is the 4th time. So we finally made it. Bert was awesome. He's definitely the machine. He did a great job.
Bert reminds me of my husband. Or maybe my husband reminds me of Bert. I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know who's older.
You're a little older, but not by much.
Yeah, by a couple months.
Had you gone to Florida State?
Like I wanted to.
Like you wanted to?
We could have met.
I would have lost you.
Yeah. We'd have met there.
I guarantee you would have been on that train trip too.
So then we, on the way back, we stopped at the three distilleries.
Yeah, I'll give them a shout out with a brochure
Tennessee
here in a second.
Kentucky on the state line.
Locate one.
So the State Line Distillery tour, we did that. That was Old Glory, MB Roland, and Casey Jones. So it's surprising that I remember that after visiting all 3 of those in the same day.
There we go.
Go up a little bit more.
Go up a little bit more.
There you go. So
the
MB Roland,
barely can see
Casey
that.
Jones, and Old Glory. We had a lot of fun at all 3 of them.
Yeah,
we did. It was a great time. Tours were excellent. Prices were fair on the tours. $10 a person for a tour, which isn't bad. And if you do once you complete all 3, you get a nice little barrel stave and 3 shot glasses.
Shot glasses from each one.
Yeah.
It was not planned. We had planned to stop at Old Glory.
Yeah.
And I suspect everybody who's watching at this point knows what I do for a living in the daytime.
Yeah.
And at Old Glory, I picked up the brochure and was reading through it.
And saw that we got gifts if we went to all 3.
And saw that there was something cool at the end of the line. And
we were sold.
We ran off and did it.
Yep.
Somewhat product research because I use these things in my classes in my day job. Is this mine or is this mine? Okay. The one.
The one that's got more in it is yours. Of course. Come on now.
So yeah, it was a good weekend.
Yeah,
we
had a lot of fun. We did the Antique Archaeology or American Pickers store. And that was for you.
And the one in Nashville, by the way, is all about the show and not about buying antiques.
Yeah. It's about buying.
So you have to know that going in.
Kitsch.
If you want the antique store, it's in Iowa or Ohio. I've actually forgotten, but it's not in a
metropolitan.
Not really, no. They opened the Nashville store specifically for the store stuff. Yeah. But know that going into it, that it's not about buying antiques by any stretch. There are some there.
There are some finds off of the show, but
it's mostly about the show.
Few and far between, and most of it was kitschy shit. But,
is that's fine. That's what draws people in. And
Iowa,
it was in a
Jill says.
tour. Thank you. In what is now a tourist area, but what they've done is rehabbed an old
automobile manufacturing.
Yeah, auto manufacturing, like old
Marathon.
And so it's kind of a cool. Yeah, it was Marathon Motors. It's a cool attraction with some shops in it. So again, something I picked up for
some more ice.
For class. I can give you some more ice. In what? Oh, you want another one?
Oh, I'm almost out.
Lord, talking too much.
I'm drinking too little.
Clearly. Okay, so here's the deal tonight. Y'all wanted breakfast for dinner.
So we're going to have breakfast.
So we're going to have brunch because I opted to do something a little bit different. Instead of just a plain old waffle, we're going to have a savory cheese waffle.
Yep.
Because I can't not use cheese in Vermont. So we're going to turn this from breakfast to brunch and do a cheese and bacon waffle with maple syrup on top. And because my daughter is infatuated with chicken and waffles these days, I have pre-breaded chicken tenders because none of our grocery stores right now have chicken in any kind of quantity from a white meat perspective. So I could not even find a chicken tender to bread myself, or I would have gone that route. So I ended up picking up some pre-breaded from a major national brand that shall remain nameless unless they decide they want to sponsor our show.
They have blue letters.
They don't have blue letters. They have a red and yellow.
Red.
Tyson. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is get the the chicken strips already in the air fryer.
Yep.
So tonight is also about cooking dinner and not heating up your kitchen.
Oh, so we're using gadgets.
So we are using gadgets.
We're using gadgets. See, she's over there using gadgets.
I have a gadget over here. So we're going to use
a tabletop convection oven.
Tabletop convection oven, aka Ninja air fryer. Waffle iron.
Non-sponsored. Cuisinart, non-sponsored.
Cuisinart waffle iron. Pampered Chef bowls, if you really want to know.
Non-sponsored.
None of it's sponsored. They are, however, brands that I approve of and use for reasons.
We
so
use these.
I did the bacon, by the way, in this gadget, my little Ninja that Santa Claus chili brought me. And I will tell you, it is the easiest way to do bacon ever because it comes out chili crisp all the time. I'm going to go ahead and dump the whole shebang in here because Phoebe, between tonight and tomorrow, Phoebe will eat all of them, whatever's left.
I feel like the first drink goes down really quick.
Well, for you it does, because I start talking and you're drinking.
Well, that's not my fault.
No, I'm fine with that.
I was done talking whenever I got done making my cocktail.
Okay, we need roughly 13 minutes on a timer because
Alexa, set a timer for 13 minutes.
I didn't set that right. I wanted to get him in and get him going. All right. If you want to switch them to this, I'll move the light over here so they can see maybe a little bit.
There we go.
I'll put that back there. And yes.
No people pictures, just the food pictures.
No, that's fine. I always, when I'm baking, making waffles, pancakes, anything, I always have.
Oh, too much.
Maybe I'll go on this side. Trying to get the lighting a little bit better over here.
You can tell you're almost vampire with that light.
Yeah, there's a shadow there. Is that better or worse? Worse?
Yep.
Okay. So
that's
we'll save that.
That's good right there.
Okay. So in here I have 2 cups of flour. This will make 3-ish big Belgian waffles, which I need to get this sucker going here.
Get the heat on the waffle maker.
Yep.
So we're trying not to make our kitchen too hot, but
I mean, moving around in the kitchen makes me hot, quite frankly. Thank you. In other words, drink.
Yeah, cool off. Cool off with a nice old Vermont cocktail.
If you don't have a waffle iron, by the way, it's worth getting one. Even if you only use it sometimes, it's worth having. I have a round one and a square one.
We do.
I can't find the square one.
Yeah,
It got buried in a kitchen remodel a couple years ago.
Come on.
All right, I need the eggs. So I've got 2 cups of flour in here. I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of sugar.
How many eggs you need?
I need 2.
That's it?
That's it. If you want them a little sweeter, put in a little more sugar. So I am going to actually do that. Put more sugar in there.
Yeah.
Chili is going to get the canola oil out because I forgot.
I have no idea where that's at. It might be better if you get that out.
Okay. You talk.
All right. So she's going over to
out.
get the canola oil. Here's my 2 eggs. I don't know if you guys can see those. 1 egg here, 1 egg there. Those handles make perfect egg holders. See? Right there. Perfect egg holders right there. do your tots in the waffle iron? Do we tater tots?
I have not done tater tots. I've done hash browns in the waffle iron.
We've done hash browns in the waffle iron,
but not tots.
But no,
I throw tots in the air fryer.
Oh yeah, there's the canola oil.
Yes, and a little birdie told me that there's going to be a shortage on cooking oil.
Who's that?
I'm not going to say.
Oh, okay.
Not divulging my.
Is it the same cup sizes that we saw in?
No,
Clarksville?
It's not AB.
Okay.
You're going to have to say that. Tell that story now. All right, sugar. I'm doing all the dry ingredients. And my recipe is not in that order.
I was informed that I could not move to the Clarksville/Nashville area for obvious reasons, because the average cup size was maybe an A cup. And if those of you who know me know that I am not an ass man.
I'm sorry, I lost count and all of that crap.
I think it was 4.
Okay, did you count 4?
I counted 4.
Okay, 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Make sure your baking powder is fresh.
It's almost as fresh as me.
Oh crap. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So I'm just going to put a little bit in here and not measure it. Oh, chili bean.
Well, Jennifer says she's made tater tots in a waffle iron before she purchased an air fryer. That
it would work.
I'm sure it would, but I have no idea.
Sorry, and I'm not as prepared today with all of the gadgets sitting out.
We kind of ran behind a little bit tonight.
Well,
you gotta get your eggs. Your eggs are still over there.
I got it. I'm getting there, dude.
Okay. Well, I'm just making sure.
I mean, it's a Monday night. We're coming home after work, and all of the
crickets. We need crickets.
Things going on. And
can you hear us?
Oh,
I think they're still hearing us. I think.
Make sure.
I see them.
Oh, it's still okay. We'll make sure that somebody let us know if you can still hear us.
I'll type.
If not, we have that. No, it's still going on the. I could sing.
Yep. I don't know.
I think
we'll find out.
I mean, I'll keep talking whether they can
keep talking.
Hear me or not. Okay.
The mama bear says she can hear her. Yes. So.
Okay. Well, then we're good. All right. So.
To the A comment. Yes, Jen. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Crickets. Of course, it's crickets to that.
2 eggs.
Everybody that knows me.
1/4 cup.
So everywhere we went.
1/2 cup.
In Clarksville.
Oil.
And in Nashville. It was.
I hope y'all can follow 2 conversations because we're having it.
Flat brim hats and no breasts.
Well,
it definitely was not a Tyson market.
So this is how my husband. I need the milk, please. Breaks this to me. So 2 eggs, 1/2 cup of oil. Here I'm kind of mixing it all up. My husband says to me, we have this running joke where we live because we're German stock for the most part, certainly in my family.
Large boobs.
Yeah. That it's in the water.
Murfreesboro water, to be specific. Yeah. Not Carbondale water, but Murfreesboro water.
So we're sitting at lunch, and he says to me, they definitely don't drink Murfreesboro water here.
Yeah, that's right.
And I about spit my lunch through my nose. Okay, 1 1/4 cups of milk. I'm going to start at about the 1 cup mark. I always back off on the liquid a little bit to make sure my batter is going to be where I want it.
Yep. You knew what I was talking about.
Of course I knew what you were talking about.
As soon as I said it, you knew exactly what I meant.
Yeah. Okay. So I have 2 eggs, 1/2 cup of oil that just went in, 2 cups of flour, tablespoon, a little over of sugar, 4 teaspoons baking powder. By the way, this is not my recipe. I mean, I use it a lot, but it's not one I came up with.
So to kind of further hide the lack of Murfreesboro water that was being drank and disguise the commentary that we were having together, I told her that was definitely an Alton Brown town. He was all over the place.
As in AB.
Only A's and B's.
It's bad. Poor AB.
The only gal that we saw that had anything above a C
was
pregnant.
All right, so roughly half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And you want to stir this enough. I'm going to need more milk to get the lumps out. Now, if you want to replace the oil, just a little bit, oil with melted butter, you can. Let's try this. You want kind of a loose batter, but not like runny. It's fine.
Okay.
This is what I do. I don't, because it's, I mean, if it was too runny, I'd add more flour, but.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely playing hell with that thing's autofocus.
Well, yes, because I'm doing this.
Yep.
Okay. Now, because I'm adding cheese to it, I'm going to make it a little runny because the cheese will kind of thicken it up as it cooks in the waffle iron. How much cheese do you want?
Lots.
And how savory do you want these? Do you want like spice savory or?
Well, we've got the spice here.
Then I'll just put the cheese in it because that's salty enough.
Whilst we were shopping, we got this at one of the distilleries, if I remember correctly.
Casey Jones.
Yes, Casey Jones. Casey Jones Distillery in Kentucky. Oh, shit. I'll have to show this. The first thing that we bought at Casey Jones that we said we had to have was this.
While he's talking, I'm going to
Devil's Keep.
These
it is Hot Honey Loco. So it is a wonderfully flavored hot honey, and it is
it's so good.
Delicious.
And it is hot.
It has got some heat to it. So yeah.
Trick of Nikki's trade.
I mean, nobody's seeing that, so hold on here.
So as he was talking, I'm flipping the pre-breaded chicken strips because that's all we can find.
Yeah.
Spray oil.
Canola oil.
Baking spray, whatever kind you have, is fine.
Well, that's canola oil, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, I usually just buy canola. But vegetable spray oil is fine.
We have two different kinds of canola. We have it by the jug.
I like canola oil.
We have it by the can. Hell, we probably got it by the container somewhere too.
Usually, by the bucket, usually.
Yeah.
All right. So my waffle iron is ready. So if you want to, over here. Make sure they can see
Uncle
here.
Dan, I believe that Aunt Deb has drank the Murfreesboro water. That's why your golf cart is the way it is.
Oh, man. It's also why your niece is the way she is. Let's see. Okay. So I'm going to put about a half a cup or so of cheese in here. Right into the mix. And it's just going to be enough to give it a bit of a salty bite. If you want to do salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder.
I don't know if somebody said easy. I don't know who that was and then what reference that was. If we need to back away or if it's an easy drinking on the Murfreesboro water. So we'll say that it was an easily that she was drinking Murfreesboro water as she was growing up.
Except for she wasn't. It was Campbell Hill water.
Yeah, same area. Same German genetics.
Yeah, that's no lie. Okay. So quarter cup, half a cup, enough to give it a salty bite. And Savory Waffles, I mean, it's whatever you want in here. Right. I've got bacon that we're going to crumble on top.
That's right.
But you could put bacon in.
Yep.
Okay. Waffle iron is ready.
We're not putting bacon in. We're putting bacon on top.
No, we're going to put bacon on top. It's more fun.
That's right.
All right. I always spray my waffle iron on the first go around and like the next couple of go rounds.
So I'm going to get you over to the waffle iron. They can see the waffle iron now.
Okay. And it's beeping, telling me it's ready now.
It's ready to go. It says, hurry up, gal.
All good. All right. And if you've got one of these great big ones, it's going to take a good solid cup. And I actually kind of get it to the edges before I put the lid down on it, because it will spread a little bit, but I'm a perfectionist. I like big fluffy waffles. Now,
just like me, I like big fluffy things too.
Right? This will beep when it's done. So we're just going to sit here and have a conversation while we wait on chicken strips and stuff.
Oh, guess what? Alexa, cancel.
Yep. They appear to be done. So we're just going to turn this off and let them sit in the heat.
I'm going to put the milk away.
Please. Okay.
So if you guys don't like gin, like the regular flavor of gin, you guys really need to go to Old Glory.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And buy some of this pinup gin.
Or your liquor store. You'll be able to find it too.
You might be able to find it locally.
What they did, besides, brand everything beautifully, it has juniper berries in it, but it is local, and it should be.
Local to Tennessee.
Local to Tennessee, where they're at. Ingredients. So all of the floral bits are things that are
Tennessee state flowers.
Yeah.
2 of the 3.
And it gives it a completely different flavor than what we're used to out of European gin. So I think that is what did it for me, flavor wise, certainly. So
loved it immediately.
I did. I was kind of floored. I went into it with reservation because I don't like gin. But this one, over pour. Stick a straw in it.
That's perfect.
Until you pick it up. All right, so tell us what you're having for dinner while we're waiting on.
Didn't spill a drop.
It's Aunt Deb was getting on your.
She was. I think so. It could have been Dan.
It could have been.
Could have been Uncle Dan that said, "Oh, she's easily drinking the Murfreesboro water."
Yeah, well, we're gonna quit talking about it now before I get in trouble for marrying a smart ass. All right.
Not knowing when to say when.
You usually don't know when to say when.
Don't ever.
That's why I married you.
I know.
So yeah, tell us what you're having for dinner.
Yeah, let us know.
While we're waiting on a waffle, what do you need?
I'm gonna make another.
Dear
Batch.
Lord. There you go. It's warm in here.
Well, yes, but she says I was, but we don't know who I was because you guys both use the same account.
This is true.
Give me that over there.
This?
Yeah.
Have another drink.
We're going to make another cocktail.
They're watching the waffle iron smoke at the moment.
That's fine. Right.
So this does beep. Not all of them beep when they're done, by the way, but my Cuisinart does.
Your Cuisinart does.
But it's done before it beeps, so there we go.
Look at that.
You didn't give me plates like I asked, did you?
I thought I did.
I need those white Corningware. Round on top of the Red Bull. Yeah, them. One's fine for now. I'll stack them up and then get me another one later.
I'll get another one here.
So kind of there's a bit of a trick getting waffles out of these silly things, by the way, if you get up underneath them. But look how fluffy that is. Can you guys see that?
I can see that.
I mean, wow. Okay, so there's one. Another trick, when you have the first one done, take a plate, cover it, and stay warm. And I can smell the cheese. This is a non-stick, so I don't spray it every time. Every 2 or 3 waffles, I will. And clearly, just because your waffle iron beeps when it thinks it's done, doesn't necessarily.
Jen says she had bratwurst, sweet potato, green beans. Fairly boring. My foot.
That sounds really good to me.
Sounds really good, yeah.
How big was your brat? Because, size matters.
People were watching your show, your Facebook.
My post last night.
That's right.
So I test drove. I'm sweating over here. Sweating to the oldies. I test drove some New England style hot dog buns yesterday because we can't get them where we live, and split top manufactured buns are just not the same thing at all. So I found a recipe, test drove it. It was delicious.
Yep.
I don't
will say
have.
that for
There's
sure.
actually a New England hot dog pan that is used on, when you make them at home, that holds 10. I used a King Arthur recipe that makes 10, and I made 8 in a different size pan. And what we found very quickly is that they were too long and too skinny. Sorry, I've got to turn the fan on. I'm about to croak.
Proper length, they were lacking in girth.
Technically they were a little bit too long too.
That's what I said. They were the proper length.
Yeah.
Oh, not for that.
Not for hot dogs. They needed to be 6 inches and they were 8 inches.
Oh, Aunt Deb is alone at the cabin and had an early dinner, a pineapple chicken sandwich.
Ooh, yum.
Oh, man.
That's my kind of dinner.
Uncle Dan is having hamburgers from homegrown beef at Johnson's Cafe. Dang, that sounds
At where now? Where's
at Johnson's Cafe. Homegrown beef.
Yum. Works for me.
Yep.
So it was Aunt Deb crawling up your ass for making the comments.
It was giving me the hey now.
You will never live that down, I assure you.
You know I won't care.
I know. All right, so yeah, I know I keep checking it, which kind of defeats the purpose, but
if you're looking, you ain't cooking. So quit looking.
It's a waffle. I don't want to burn it. We know how I am with bread items.
Jen says my Kreischer's showing up tonight. It is what it is.
So then he announces in a local bar, if you are over 23 years old, do not go downtown Nashville after 9 o'clock.
I'd say like 8.
Because you will not survive the bachelorette parties.
Yeah.
So we found a local bar.
We did. And
got acquainted with a local couple who was familiar with Southern Illinois. And
her best friend was from Carbondale. Imagine
that. So my husband announces his epiphany about
Alton Brown.
Yeah, that. We'll say it that way.
We'll say it that way.
To this couple. Your burp was definitely showing.
I mean, I'm not going to say it if it wasn't true.
All right, I'm going to not quite get a full waffle out of this. So I have a tendency to Oops, sorry, that was noisy. Shoot. Take these quickly, please. A tendency to overfill things. Waffle irons, burritos, sandwiches. But I love these cupcake scoops because it gets everything out of the bowl. Well, I actually will probably get a third one.
That's perfect.
Okay. Down she goes. Clean that up later. This comes together pretty quick too, by the way. When you're kind of doing all the parts at once.
Tell Uncle Dan that he missed a good show.
Nah, he can rewatch it.
He'll rewatch it
on replay. All right,
I guarantee he'll agree with me though. It's okay. You'll know what I'm talking about.
22 years. I started dating this man in 1999. Cheers, folks. Oh my gosh. Okay. So once we have our last waffle out, actually I can start building waffles if you want. Do you want chicken on yours too?
No.
Okay.
No. I'll do chicken on the side with some hot honey on it. But I want my waffle to have some Vermont.
Sorry, I'm blocking the camera, I know.
No, not really.
Okay, good.
I've set it up right.
Okay, you can put it back on this one if you want.
She says, I'm not going to stop. You're right.
So
I want bacon crumbles, but I want maple syrup on mine with some bacon crumbles.
Okay. This was a trip that was supposed to happen in 2020, right?
That's right.
So we technically have just celebrated our 18th anniversary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Something like that. You do the math. I don't do math.
Yeah, 18. Almost 18th. It was
I mean,
going to be for our 18th.
It was going to be for our 18th anniversary. So technically, we just did that trip. So here's my question to all of our viewers that join us every Monday night.
Who have been in long-term relationships.
Right? Well, hell, at this point, they're in a long-term
relationship
with us.
Yeah, here with us.
Do you want butter?
Yeah.
Okay, well, get me the butter. Country Crock. I'll show him a fancy trick. What should we do for our 20th anniversary that's coming up in May, the end of May?
Oh, shoot. They're going to say spend money.
I told you what I want. I want one of these.
I know, but they're going to say spend some money, Chili.
I mean, we don't do flowers on Valentine's Day. We're just not that way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, F you yelling at me like that.
Oh, okay. Man, that looks good.
So I'm going to
have to go back over to there.
That one off. Whew.
Look at that, folks. That's 3 of them that are just perfect waffles.
Notice that little flip there. You know, flip it up. You can get your tongs underneath it. Don't go buying waffle tongs, by the way. They're not worth it. Just use.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to set that aside. Let it cool
off.
Do
I need to just throw this in the middle?
Sure. I don't care where you throw it. Look at you know.
Well, I didn't know if we needed to be smoothed around. Oh, hold on. Let me get you over to there.
I need another drink. Sort of. All right, so little cookie scoop.
Little scoop.
Country Crock right out of the tub.
That's right.
If you want to make it really pretty, you know, you can just put a couple. Oh, come on, you little.
It's almost there. A little bit more. Come on, there it goes.
Okay. And if you want it to be asymmetrical, put a third one on there. Where's the syrup? Syrup me, please.
Syrup. It's been in our cocktails a lot tonight. I think it's like halfway gone.
It's okay.
We have much better uses for Vermont syrup than to throw them on waffles.
Well, and you know, I used to not take the opportunity to afford maple syrup, like real maple syrup, because it's not cheap.
No.
But
splurge a little if you're going to have something fun, though.
Yeah, you do. Okay, here's like 3 pieces of bacon. I feel the need.
The key to life, people,
is live it.
Live it.
And if that means you eat waffles for dinner,
yep.
Guess what?
You're going to eat some waffles. And if it means you're going to drink a whole hell of a lot of gin
for dinner,
oh
boy! Now see, when Dr.
Find one you like.
When Dr. Parrish watches this on replay, because I know he will.
Yeah.
He's gonna call me Julia Child when I go to work tomorrow.
That's right. Well, it's almost half a bottle of gin gone.
Oh, you're kidding!
No, look.
All right, here you go.
Oh.
And it's all kind of the same color, so
maybe 40%. So 2/5.
So big, not technically a Belgian waffle because they're made a little bit differently. But
we're not in Belgium; we're in Vermont.
Right.
Bitches.
So a Vermont Midwest waffle. Oh my gosh, this is the night that I'm surprised your brothers didn't show up.
Yeah.
Butter, bacon crumbles.
Yep.
Real maple syrup.
Old Vermont cocktails.
Splurge if you want. Put a fork in it. I'm done.
That's good for me.
There you go.
You're gonna have a little bite.
Yeah, I'm going to
get a little bite of mine. Come on.
Okay. I was gonna fix up. I'm gonna fix up a.
You got to fix up one for the
chicken
kid.
and waffles. Yeah.
Bacon.
I will get bacon.
All right.
And butter.
Did you get proper sweetness?
That is one of my better creations in this kitchen. Wow. That's kind of really good.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, really good.
I've never put cheese in a waffle, by the way. I told you guys last week that sometimes I just kind of do things on the fly in the kitchen. I thought of that yesterday because of the cheese factor. We had kind of focused on maple syrup.
Wow.
I'm like, we'll just put cheese in the waffle.
Wow.
It's worth trying.
That's really good.
Okay, so I'm going to build one now for the kiddo.
Yeah, we're going to build one with the chicken and the hot honey.
And I'll show you something a little bit different. Where am I here?
You're over here.
You want to go get her and see if she wants to go ahead and eat hers while I build it?
Oh,
She won't show her face on camera because she's not that way, but which is okay because I really don't want to be raising a YouTube star here in the house. You can probably hear him walking down the hallway. They can hear you, remember. In other words, don't say anything.
Can't hear me because I am smart enough to turn my microphone off.
You turned your mic off? Well, I'm curious how many of these she actually wants. If she wants all 4 of them or not.
Go ahead. She's been asleep, so.
Well, I'll do 3 because. All right. So you can split them up.
Miss Jill, it is delicious.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Miss Jill was trying desperately last night to get me to tell her what we were cooking tonight, and I just wouldn't do it.
Oh.
Okay.
So with that one, you're going to do.
Now here's the thing.
The cheese makes it so good, and that cheese is a little salty, so I can taste a little bit of salt coming through.
There is nothing healthy, by the way, about this.
Here you go.
Is there some cheese still?
Yeah, I got cheese.
Okay. Hand me the cheese. Oh crap! This isn't open. I'm gonna do half of hers with this hot honey and half of it with maple syrup. Crap. Sorry, I'm trying to get this to open.
Oh, bad juju.
Anyway, did anybody answer what we're supposed to do for our 20th anniversary? I'm curious what people think. Well, you read and I'll pour. Go to Chicago, she says. Okay. So I'm doing half of yours, Phoebe, with this hot syrup or hot honey. Half with maple syrup. You want maple syrup on half? Okay. No.
No, not at all. The hot honey, you'll love the hot honey.
Yeah, and you can have more syrup if you want.
Yeah.
I did not put butter on yours, Phoebes.
A little bit of bacon.
A little bit of bacon.
Yeah, crumbles us some bacon.
She's like, sure, Mom. Yeah. Whatever you want to put on there. Yeah, she naps while we're doing this. And
some cheese on top.
I'm not going to stick my hands in
We're not going to Vegas. Miss Jill says we got to go to Vegas.
Yeah, that's too much money.
Well, it's not just it's too much money. It's just that I'm the only one that gambles, and I don't gamble that much.
Vegas is not. I don't know. I think we've been there too much. We spent a lot of years in Vegas traveling. Okay.
Early years.
Wait.
Oh.
So there's
that's
chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles.
You can kind of see that. Okay.
This half over here is honey.
Hot honey.
That half is maple syrup.
By the way, none of it's healthy, and especially when you've got all the same color on the meal on the plate, which is why I put cheese on the blasted thing. All right, so I'm going to do this one a little bit different.
Okay. With some juice.
Whew, okay.
Another thing, OJ.
Mm-hmm.
For the kiddo.
Yeah. Oh. Take. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to plate mine a little bit different. I like chicken and waffles also.
The back half is the honey. Mm-hmm. No, this is the spicy half. This is the sweet half.
Plenty more chicken, kiddo. All right. So chicken and waffles, I'm going to do a little bit of honey on mine.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the heat.
And this old Vermont cocktail is something else.
Maple syrup. Come on. There we go. We'll stick that on the table. Mm-hmm. I don't want any cheese on mine. I'm going to crumble some bacon now. Nah, I'm not going to crumble my bacon.
So good.
There we go. We can get artistic or some shit with mine.
Mm-hmm.
Plate it however you want, folks, as long as you're eating good food.
I mean, that one's a nuts.
That's a
that
you
one's
piece.
a me piece. You knew that as soon as you picked it up.
All right. So, savory waffles with cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn them back on us.
Well,
Although I'm like really sweaty right now. Sorry, swallowing bacon. Savory waffles with cheese. I didn't add salt, pepper, or anything into it, but you certainly can.
you don't need to.
You don't need to.
Really, you
don't. The sweetness of the waffles,
don't.
just the standard waffle recipe, whatever recipe you use, maybe a touch extra sugar, balance the salty of the cheese really well.
It does.
And when you add the saltiness of the bacon on top of that, it's kind of beautiful.
It's an amazing thing.
So, you want a bite of chicken and waffles?
I would love a bite. Do you have honey on there or no?
I have honey on part of it.
I want honey on my chicken.
Okay.
Sorry,
that's an easy to.
The honey is amazing.
Yes, I will say that the honey is incredible.
Yeah, we had a spoon of the honey.
Right, it's a distillery, which is
and we said
why we bought it.
We're buying this for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Okay. Chicken and waffles is distinctly Southern, by the way, not Vermont.
Nope.
But it was an opportunity to feed a kid what she wanted to eat for dinner, so we took it.
P wanted some chicken and waffles.
Yummy. You heard that. Yummy, she says. So kid approved. I first had chicken and waffles in Charleston a handful of years ago. What?
And Deb and Dan are going to go see the first concert they saw together as a couple.
Oh, I love awesome. It. Yeah, see, I totally understand where I get that side of me now. Yeah. Just letting you know.
That's beautiful.
What concert did we go see together?
Whoops.
That was the camera. I'm going to take it down. I don't remember what concert we saw together the first time. Early days.
It would have either been probably Van Halen or Bon Jovi.
No, that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, if you count like fairgrounds concerts, we went.
Oh, yeah. Well, Willie.
Sawyer Brown.
Yeah, Sawyer Brown.
Sawyer Brown might have been the first one. Lord, they're not even playing anymore.
But the Eagles would be. That's an awesome.
Yeah. And we saw Hailstorm over in Heron one year. God, that was a good concert.
We've seen a lot of concerts, though.
Yeah, I don't even remember which one was our first. But we did see Bon Jovi and Van Halen together.
Yep.
So.
But I don't want to go see Van Halen. Obviously won't tour anymore together with Eddie passing. And
Tracy was at Bon Jovi in St. Louis last night. Slightly jealous, by the way, on that one.
A little bit.
Bon Jovi was always my go-to. I don't know. I don't remember. How sad is that? I don't remember. Yeah. I remember the first class we had together, though.
A Sunset concert.
Guaranteed it was a Sunset concert
and I guarantee that band is no longer together because it was
22 years ago. Huh? Yeah. So closer to our anniversary, we'll tell you that story. I think our anniversary, the how we met story. We've never told that story.
We've never told that story?
Our anniversary, I think, falls on a Wednesday, so we'll have to do it a couple days early this go around. So. Okay. Oh, he has done it again.
On what?
This man snagged me because he boozed me up one night. Yes, young lady. It is a story
drink
to tell.
Your old Vermonts.
Hug your loved ones. Tell your kids all the stories because you might as well. They're going to learn them anyway.
They'll learn them.
Like all the stories I heard about my dad being carried up the steps at T-Birds.
Yeah.
Lordy. Although it wasn't T-Birds at the time, but it was T-Birds when you and I were around. All right, folks. That's it. I'm going to stop the storytelling. We'll save that for later.
Yeah.
Waffles, savory, or not.
No, do the savory.
But do the savory at least
once. Add the cheese to the waffles.
Yeah, that's something special.
Wow.
Maple syrup, bacon crumbled. So more brunch maybe than breakfast. Whatever.
Whenever you're lucky enough to eat this.
Yeah, just eat it. Who cares?
Just eat it because.
So one version that way with butter, one version without the butter plus the chicken, half honey and half maple syrup, a garnish of cheese and bacon, and clearly kid approved because she's, I think,
she's
eating most of it. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. Got the hiccups. Jeez, Chili, you're killing me here.
Sorry, hold your liquor.
My daughter loves Monday nights. She gets free food. All right, folks, that's it. I mean, we've talked quite a bit, but this comes together very quickly.
We've talked quite a bit, and we're at 50 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we talked through waffle iron making. I mean, all sorts of crazy things. So, use your gadgets, right? And especially summertime's coming up. I hate heating up the kitchen in the summertime. You guys know that.
Next week.
Next week, where are we?
Oh.
Your favorite place.
I have been waiting for this week for a long time.
He has.
For a very long time.
Why? While I take a bite.
Because you know how detailed and mathematical tonight's cocktail was? Ain't going to happen next week.
Made my brain. Well, not for you, but you're going to make me something different.
Do I have to?
No, just pour me something different. No. How's that?
I'll make you something different. Next week, we're going close to home, folks. We're going to that wonderful bluegrass state of Kentucky, the home of bourbon. Yeah.
Specifically Kentucky bourbon.
Specifically Kentucky bourbon. Large ice cubes, big glasses, large pours. We're going to throw something, hopefully if the weather cooperates.
Please.
As long as we're not raining, we're going to be outdoors at the grill.
The new grill.
The new grill. Just for Kentucky.
It's going to be pretty epic.
Yeah.
Like completely epic.
Yeah.
I mean, the story behind why we have a new grill is epic in and of itself.
But we have a new grill.
We have a new grill. A couple of you already know that story.
Yeah, you guys have already seen the products that have been placed out of that.
Yeah, we did barbecue off the grill.
Yeah, we did barbecue off that grill.
The smoked pork.
The North Carolina, we did, yeah.
So that's the plan for next week. Now, I am not a bourbon fan. Okay. I much prefer the smoky scotches of the world.
You do. You prefer the Isla stuff.
I do. It's in. I'm telling you, it's in the DNA.
It is.
So I might just take one for the team, and I might not. We'll see how next Monday is. I will tell you that next Monday is the beginning of finals week, so I might take one for the team and go from there. So yeah, tune in next week and see what we're doing for Kentucky. It's going to be delicious. Might take a wee bit of time. We'll get things started a little bit early.
Are we surfing, turfing it?
You're not supposed to tell them what we're doing, but we're surfing, turfing it. I mean, that's what you wanted. That's what you asked for. So it's a little Kentucky-ish and a little kind of Midwestern-ish all combined.
It's Kentucky.
Yeah. So, yep. I'm not going to say any more than that. So you'll have to tune in and see what we're up to.
You'll have to watch.
But yeah, we'll get started a little bit early. So if we're like running at 6:30 to get to the camera, that's why. Not sure how the sound's going to go.
We're going to do the whole.
We're going to carry. Well, because these don't travel that far. So we'll have to.
Out.
Whew, okay. Yeah. We're going to be running at 6:30.
That's right.
I love it.
We're moving it all out there. The whole thing.
Yeah, we're gonna like move electrical outlets is what we're gonna do and set up coffee table or TV
we're gonna
trays.
set up we got the extension cord with the thingamajigger and oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
This is what Shoestring Budget does, by the way.
Yeah.
So
hey, if you want us to improve our budget,
sponsor us.
Yeah, whether it be a local distillery,
Yeah,
A
like
national distillery?
Old Glory, honey, we've gone through half of your gin tonight.
40%.
Yeah, okay.
40%.
Like by the end of the evening, it will be half gone.
It will be, because I'm not done.
No, and it's really good.
Yep.
So I will happily showcase. Yeah,
we'll showcase your bourbon.
Before we sign off,
Not in Kentucky, by the way, because you're a Tennessee distillery.
Technically, I don't think we've had anything other than BJ gives us t-shirts sometimes. Which, by the way, BJ, we need to talk about some new t-shirts.
That's right.
He owns Shoywell Printing over in Murfreesboro. We don't have sponsors for the show. I don't seek sponsors for the show. I mean, if we get some, he's that, yeah.
But one sponsor, me.
That's not the purpose behind why we do this. But
we do this for the person that just left after eating.
That's really kind of why we do this. But all of the gadgets, and when I'm talking about products, these are things that we use and eat all the time. And I buy Ninja and KitchenAid and Pampered Chef and Cuisinart because I love the products and they work and they last. My KitchenAid mixer is, God, your mom bought that for us before we got married. I think it was the Christmas before we got married. Yep. So
it's 20 plus years old.
So rest assured that when I'm kind of showcasing things on the show on Monday night, it's because I trust the product and I trust the brand. So
just because we use it.
And maybe slightly because I'm intoxicated.
She might be on fine.
I think we're going to sign off now so I can go like put food in the Davis belly here and not alcohol. So with that said, join in. We probably have lost all of you at this point. Yeah. So join in next week. Kentucky, fingers crossed, pray that the weather holds up and cooperates. We'll be outside.
So we're open on you guys. It's all on you guys that watch our show.
Do the no rain dance.
Yeah, to do the no rain dance next Monday night, because that way we can have our happy asses outside.
It will
all
be
set up.
May 1st, however, right? Is it May Day?
I think it's May 2nd.
Is it May 2nd, Monday night?
It's May 2nd.
Okay. Well, it's not May Day.
It's not May 4th either. Star Wars Day.
Or Cinco de Mayo.
Because we're no tequila involved. Because it's bourbon.
Lord, we're done. Just, stick the fork in it and we're done. All right, folks. Thanks for joining. Have a great week, and we will see you when we see you.
Yep. Thanks, everybody.
Good night.